Hello and welcome to our channel. Have you ever wondered how Uganda's leaders have shaped the nation we see today? Uganda, known as the Pearl of Africa for its stunning landscapes, diverse wildlife, and vibrant cultures. This East African nation has a storied history marked by resilience and renewal. Since gaining independence from Britain in 1962, Uganda has been shaped by a series of leaders who have left lasting imprints on its political, social, and economic fabric. Join us as we explore the legacies, challenges, and transformations brought by the last 10 presidents of Uganda. From military coups to groundbreaking reforms, each president has played a pivotal role in the country's history. Stay with us as we reveal the untold stories, the triumphs, and the controversies of Uganda's last 10 presidents. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single moment of this riveting and captivating journey through Uganda's political landscape. Sir Edward Mutesa II, 1962 to 1966. Our story begins with Sir Edward Mutesa II, a revered cultural leader and the Kabaka of Buganda, Uganda's largest kingdom. As Uganda's first president, Mutesa represented the nation's hopes for unity. He was appointed head of state in 1962, while Milton Obote, the country's first prime minister, led the government. However, tensions between the two quickly grew, fueled by contrasting visions of power and authority. By 1966, a constitutional crisis erupted. Mutesa was exiled and Obote took over, marking the start of a more centralized and authoritarian government. Milton Obote, 1966 to 1971, 1980 to 1985. Milton Obote, a man of political ambition, would dominate Uganda's early post-independence years. In his first term, Obote abolished the traditional kingdoms and replaced Uganda's federal system with a republican one. His socialist-inspired Common Man's Charter aimed to uplift ordinary Ugandans. However, economic difficulties and allegations of corruption began to cast shadows over his administration. In 1971, while Obote was attending a Commonwealth conference in Singapore, his trusted general Idi Amin seized power in a bloodless coup. Obote went into exile, but his vision of governance would linger in Uganda's political landscape. Idi Amin Dada, 1771 to 1779. Idi Amin. His name still evokes fear and memories of one of Uganda's darkest periods. Amin's rule was marked by brutality, with an estimated 300,000 Ugandans killed during his regime. He expelled the entire Asian community, who had been crucial to Uganda's economy, leading to a severe economic downturn. While Amin portrayed himself as a liberator, his rule brought chaos and suffering. By 1979, a coalition of Ugandan exiles and Tanzanian forces overthrew Amin, ending his reign of terror. But the scars he left behind would take decades to heal. Yusuf Kironde Lule, 13 April 1979 to 20 June 1979, Godfrey Binasa, 1979 to 1980, and the transition period. With Amin gone, Uganda hoped for stability. Yusuf Lule, an academic and diplomat, was appointed president. Yet his presidency was short-lived, lasting only 68 days due to internal disagreements. His successor, Godfrey Binasa, took over but faced similar struggles. The transitional period was marred by infighting and economic troubles as Uganda struggled to rebuild. In 1980, Uganda prepared for elections, and a familiar face returned to the stage, Milton Obote. Godfrey Lukongwa Binisa, 1979 to 1980. Godfrey Lukongwa was a Ugandan lawyer and politician who served as the fifth president of Uganda from June 1979 to May 1980. Earlier, he was Attorney General of Uganda from 1962 to 1968. At the time of his death in 2010, he was Uganda's only surviving president. Paulo Frobisher Muwanga, 12 May 1980 to 22 May 1980. Paulo Muwanga, 6th President of Uganda, preceded by Godfrey Binaisa, succeeded by Presidential Commission, the 4th Vice President of Uganda. Paulo Muwanga was a Uganda politician who briefly served as the country's de facto president, and later as Prime Minister Apollo Milton Obote's second term, 1980 to 1985. Obote returned to power amid allegations of election rigging and political manipulation. His second term was turbulent, with Uganda embroiled in a bitter civil conflict. His government faced opposition from Yoweri Museveni and his National Resistance Army, who accused Obote's government of corruption and human rights abuses. Obote's administration was once again marred by economic struggles, alleged repression, and mounting violence. In 1985, his military general Tito Okello led a coup that would once again unseat him. Tito Okello Lutwa, 1985 to 1986. General Tito Okello briefly took control, promising to restore stability. However, his tenure was marked by ongoing conflict with Museveni's NRA, which had garnered significant support in the countryside. Peace talks failed, and after months of fighting, the NRA captured Kampala in 1986, and Museveni emerged as the country's new leader. Yoweri Museveni, 1986, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 1986 to date. Yoweri Museveni's ascent to power marked a new era. In his early years, Museveni introduced progressive reforms, including improving healthcare, education, and infrastructure. His 10-point program laid out a vision for a more equitable Uganda. The international community embraced Museveni as a promising new African leader. Yet, as the years passed, Museveni's leadership evolved. Constitutional amendments removed presidential term limits, and he consolidated power, leading to accusations of authoritarianism. Critics argue his administration has stifled opposition and limited political freedoms, while Museveni and his supporters point to the country's relative stability and economic growth under his leadership. From traditional kingdoms to independence, military coups to democratic aspirations, Uganda's political landscape reflects a complex journey through leadership and governance. Each president, with their unique challenges and legacies, has shaped Uganda in profound ways. As Uganda continues to navigate its future, the resilience of its people shines through. Each leader has left their mark, but it is ultimately the spirit and determination of the Ugandan people that define this nation. What lies ahead for Uganda? Only time will tell. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has been in power since 1986. Museveni's rule has been marked by economic reforms, infrastructure development, and efforts to combat corruption. His leadership has brought stability to Uganda, but his tenure has also been criticized for authoritarian tendencies and human rights abuses. Museveni's long tenure has seen both significant achievements and ongoing challenges as he continues to shape Uganda's future. From military coups to democratic elections, each of these leaders has left their mark on Uganda. Join us as we delve deeper into their stories and the impact they've had on the nation. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more captivating historical content. Until next time, ciao!